This is surreal. I'm almost home. It's been so long, it makes me wonder what all has changed. Yet, I'm sure they haven't changed at all. I can picture them right now. My mom's probably running around like a chicken with its head cut off, making sure everything is perfect for my arrival. She's probably setting the dining room table at this very moment while my favorite lunch is cooking, dressed in her beloved purple sweater. My Aunt Maisie, overdressed for the occasion and glass of wine in hand, is probably standing by the door as if staring at it hard enough will make me magically appear. Either that or she's talking everyone's ears off. My dad's probably wearing his bright red sweater, reading the paper, and complaining about how long I'm taking because he's dying to eat.
She's taking her time?
Not really.
Correction, he's probably wearing his tweed jacket instead.
She's taking her time.
Not really.
Scratch that, it's Saturday. My dad is definitely wearing that old gray cardigan.
She's taking her time?
Not really.
I'm sure he and my mom will immediately start bickering.
We should have met the plane.
We should not.
But Aunt Maisie will interrupt by going off on one of her tangents.
What I really envy her for is the fauna, because it's down a completely separate branch of evolution. And I would really love to see a platypus, not in a zoo, but in its natural habitat. And then imagine going to feed the ducks, and then there's something there that's not a duck, but it's also not a water rat or a mole, but the paws are what make me think of a mole. And imagine this furry little creature with a little ducky face. It really makes you wonder what else could have existed, like, I don't know, tigers with trunks.
Until my dad has had enough of his sister's dilly-dallying and cuts her off.
Anyway, the platypus has always been my favorite animal, and I absolutely adore it.
She'll be exhausted.
She's a woman of 35.
How can you speak of your daughter?
She's a woman of 35.
You're so right. Of course.
She can travel around the world. She can travel the last few miles.
It's so delightful for you always being so right.
Maybe by this point, my mom won't be able to handle any more pressure and will just leave.
That's it. It's what? I'm leaving.
No, we're all supposed to be frantic and beg you to stay and say very sorry.
I wouldn't bother.
I'm not going to bother. Don't worry.
Alice?
She'll just have a cry.
Tell her I'm sorry, and I'll phone later to tell her where I am.
Was that the front door? Alice! Alice!
No, there's absolutely no way she would do that. They would continue arguing, though.
She didn't want to be met. She'll be here in a few minutes.
I'm talking about spontaneity.
I bet my mom's anxiety is through the roof because my flight arrived late. A year of worrying and waiting for me to return, and I'm late. She's probably going through every single scenario that might possibly happen as they wait for me, like there being an accident.
Hello? Speaking. Yes. Right. Yes, thank you.
What?
There's been an accident.
The plane?
The subway. Didn't I say we should have met her?
Is she...
Or my dad saying something hurtful.
She'll never come home from Australia again.
What do you mean?
Hopefully, at which point, Aunt Maisie will break the tension with her clumsiness.
Oh, what?
What the hell?
Sorry, all right. I'm all right.
You haven't hurt yourself?
Oh, no. Yes, not really.
Either that, or my younger brother Louis will create a typical drunken distraction.
Where is she?
You're not coming here in that condition.
Where's my big sister? I want to give her a kiss.
You'll see her when you're sober.
No, it's all right, Brian. Susie isn't here yet, Louis. You've probably got her hidden under the table. Dad knows where she is, right, Dad?
Daddy always knows where Susie is. Hello, Auntie Maisie. Want a drink? Let's go to the pub, Maisie, and get away from this load of...
Never mind, it's not even 1 in the afternoon yet. It's too early for him to be up. Perhaps my family is covering up some sort of crime and are beginning to grow more and more concerned over it.
Are you going to tell her straight away? That's not something for you to worry about, Maisie. We're all in it together. We've all got perfectly good alibis, but they don't believe alibis anymore. It's all forensic, it's all genetic. But there can't be any forensic if none of us did anything. I don't know why you have to act like a guilty person when it has nothing to do with us except that the body was found in our garden. It was dumped in our garden, as everyone knows. I keep telling the police about the postman, but they haven't taken it in. I happen to know a great many people that are wrongfully convicted. And I don't live in a dream that suggests terrible things only befall people in newspapers. So I'll just say nothing and leave it to you.
If only my family was that interesting. I'm sure my dad's starving and getting grumpy at this point, which will lead to more bickering.
You don't have to wait to eat. No, it's her special lunch. I should just go ahead and eat, since you've clearly no sense of occasion anyway. She'll be exhausted. She doesn't care if there's lunch being made. She'll go to bed. That's all right if that's what she wants to do. You make yourself a doormat to that girl. You always have. She won't be grateful there's lunch. She'll be on a diet. Are you pleased she's coming back? What's the matter with you now? You don't seem pleased. You seem cross. The subway's very quick. She'll be here in no time, I'm sure. You're the thing that makes me cross, drives me insane with your wittering. This should be a lovely day. You spoil everything. You've done it now. It was a lovely day. You've spoiled it. I'm just saying be nice to her. When am I not nice to her? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm not a good father? Is that what you want to say? Say it. I'm just... Say it. Say it.
Oh, well, now that it's 1 p.m., Louis should finally be awake and a quarter bottle of whiskey deep.
I'm unhappy. What are you gonna do about it? You know you have to help yourself, Louis. Louis, I wish you died at birth. If I'd known what you'd grow up to be like, I would have killed either you or myself the day you were born. You see, this is where I get it from. Is it any wonder?
Maybe some gunmen are after my dad, and they burst through the door out of nowhere and kill everyone. Or, on a lighter note, maybe some random children will run in, dance around, and leave.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Maybe my family will be so flustered that they can't form complete or logical sentences.
She's taking. Not. We should have. We should not. She'll be. She's a woman. How can you speak? She's You're so. She can travel. It's so delightful. She didn't want. She'll be here. She'll never. What do you? You don't have to. No, it's. I should just. That's all right if you make yourself up. Are you pleased? What's the matter? You don't seem. The subway's very. You're the thing. This should be a lovely. You've done it. All I'm saying is be nice.
I'm sure the tensions are pretty high by now. Maybe it'll be revealed that one of my parents has been cheating.
I should leave you. I'm the one who should have gone to Australia. I wish you had. Snip, snap, sharp tongue. No, I do wish you had. Because I'd have stayed here and been happy. Because I'm afraid I haven't been faithful to you. What are you saying? An affair? 15 years? Did you know about this, Maisie? Don't bring Maisie into it. Don't tell me what not to do. Has everyone been deceiving me? I did know a little bit. 15?
Or my dad is so hungry now that he's starting to go mad.
I'm terribly hungry. We're all getting a bit peckish. Why don't I cut up some little cubes of cheese? No, I'm hungry. I'll tell you. What? I'm telling you, I have the terrible urge to eat myself. To bite your skin? Yes, to bite, but to eat, never mind. No, it's all right. You can tell us. Starting with my fingernails like this. Yes, you always have bitten your fingernails. Yeah, but the whole finger. You see, if I hold my hand with my other hand, I won't be able to. But what I want to do is I want to chew up my finger. I just want to put my whole hand in my mouth. Don't despise me. Of course not, dear. I'm sure plenty of people. My whole arm swelled it up to my shoulder like this, and then my other arm, gobble, 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 and then big bite right, big bite left, and then both my shoulders are in.
Is this something you've always wanted to do? Or...
And the shoulders bring the rest of my body. Eat my heart, eat my lungs, down my ribs I go, munch my belly, crunch my prick, and then my whole body's in my mouth now, so just my legs are sticking out, and I've eaten it all up.
Have you thought of seeing someone about...
And snap, snap, up my legs to the knees, the calves, the ankles, just my feet sticking out of my mouth now. Gollop, gollop, I've swallowed my feet.
Okay, that was a super weird thing for me to imagine. Anyways, maybe Aunt Maisie's still staring at the door waiting and is now having one of her nervous breakdowns.
I do think waiting is one of the hardest things. Waiting for arrivals and waiting to say goodbye. That's even worse when you're on a station platform or a quayside or the airport. Or at home, the day someone's leaving. I think waiting for the time that they're going to leave is far worse than when they've already gone. Though, of course, when they've gone, you think, why didn't I make better use of them when they were still here? I just think you can't do right in those situations.
Until she's interrupted by Louis coming back down to finally give our parents a piece of his mind.
It's time we had it out. It's time we spoke the truth.
Louis, you're always speaking the truth, and where does that get you?
I want my life to begin.
Or at least attempt to do so.
Louis, there is one rule in this house, and what is it? It's that you can't come in here when you've been drinking. Now, do we stop you from drinking? No, because we can't. Now, do we throw you out on the street? No, because we are too tender-hearted, and that is probably wrong of us. But there's just one little rule, and if you keep breaking it, out. Out. No more, no more, no more. Out!
Perhaps my dad has committed fraud at work and a government official shows up.
Papers.
What?
Papers. She has to see our papers. Passport, driving license, birth certificate, season ticket. Our papers are all in order. I'm sure you'll find everything in order. Don't let them take me away!
Or maybe a giant bird has followed me all the way back home from Australia. Who knows? Maybe none of these things are happening and my family is simply and excitedly waiting for my arrival. My family is imperfect and relatively dysfunctional, but isn't every family at least a little bit of those things? No matter what they are, I sure do love them. A lot. I can't wait to finally see their faces. And surprisingly, I can't wait to hear my dad's infamous line of affection.
You are my heart's desire.
I can't wait to be home.